Hi, my name is Marnie Bender, and this is my presentation on the digital divide. I chose to focus on an issue I see with my students. It's their lack of background knowledge on how to best utilize technology and access resources. In Harjitay's article, The Digital Divide and What to Do About It, the social component of digital access caught my attention. The social component addresses inequalities among the population of one nation, focusing on demographics and their effects on digital equality. The social component is further divided into four components of complete social access: financial, cognitive, production of content, and political access. The cognitive component, which addresses one's ability to use a technological medium and evaluate online information, has been a recent element of the digital divide that has surfaced in my classroom. There are students in my class who struggle with evaluating online resources, blogging in an appropriate way, and using iPads for education and not just games. Their lack of background knowledge on how technological tools can be utilized for many benefits often affects them in the classroom. An obstacle that often prevents students from attaining more background knowledge are a student's demographics or background. Research indicates that students from lower income, less educated backgrounds access less technology and media, thus limiting their background knowledge. In my school, there are 500 students in grades 2 through 5. 16% of East Helena children live in poverty, although the school's poverty level is much higher considering the low-income areas outside East Helena city limits that attend our schools. 40% of students qualify for free and reduced lunches. Additionally, East Helena students are not that ethnically diverse, with the majority of students from a Caucasian background, although we do have a significant Native American population. Before we can evaluate any ideas for improving students' background knowledge with technology, we need to see what types of technology my school offers, as well as address some small technology issues that may affect a teacher's ability to provide technological experiences and lessons. My school is equipped with 2 computer labs, a netbook lab, and a laptop lab. We are starting a one-to-one iPad initiative with 3rd grade. We have 1 iPad lab with those classrooms who do not have the one-to-one initiative. Technology is taught within self-contained classrooms, and we are currently implementing the Montana K-12 Technology Content Standards Framework. Those standards should be in place for the 2013-2014 school year. Some issues that we have run into with technology is there are no keyboarding classes. There's no separate technology education classes. The teachers are responsible for creating their own lesson plans for technology education. And to create quality plans, we all know it takes a lot of time. Another obstacle that may prevent students from obtaining background knowledge on how to use technology and evaluate resources are their own paradigms on the purpose of the internet and technology. I found that all my students have some type of internet access at home, but how the family prioritizes internet use affects their use as well. Students may only have smartphone access at home, and the primary purpose of that may be just to play games or get on Facebook. It's important to consider that it may not be just the student lacking background knowledge and skills, it could be the family and parents as well. As a teacher, I want my students to be well-rounded in evaluating material from all of these internet technology-related categories: entertainment, social networking, convenience, which means looking up directions or finding a restaurant to go to, education, work-related, and the media. So how does this lack of background knowledge with technology skills affect the students that are in school? I found that it makes analyzing research and evaluating websites very difficult and time-consuming. Students struggle to find the meaning behind technological tools. If they can't make a connection or find a meaning for their life, they're not going to put much effort into it. Harjitay also mentioned the Matthew effect, which predicts that those having more experience with technologies and more exposure to various communication media will benefit more from the web by using it in a more sophisticated manner and for more types of information retrieval. So now that we're aware of the potential obstacles, how can we provide solutions that give kids the background knowledge they need to evaluate technological resources? My first list of solutions does not take cost into consideration, although we know in real life it's something we have to think about as teachers. I think that providing adult education and after-school classes for students on the proper utilization of technological tools could be very valuable. Providing online tutorials or interactive lessons on the school's website using web 2.0 tools such as Jing or Camtasia, or maybe iPad apps such as Show Me or Educreations would be a great way of bringing those tools and skills to everyone who accesses the site. Hiring a technology education teacher would be very nice to get into that specific part of the curriculum. Creating lesson plans based on the Montana and national technology plans for teachers to access, hopefully from some type of shared drive or app. Implementing a bring your own device program so students can bring their devices to school, take home those technological skills and ideas, and maybe share them with their families. The same idea with allowing the school iPads to go home. Hopefully they can share those ideas at home as well. Having grade level meetings to ensure consistency with technology use in lessons so there are no gaps across the grade as well as vertically with the grades above and below. And I saw something really cool on CNN Student News. There's a lady who created a mobile technology bus with laptops for students to access at various points around the city. Very cool to bring the technology to the students in that way, although very costly. So I found 3 solutions that I felt I could fairly easily implement in the 2013-2014 upcoming school year that were also cost-effective and time-effective as well. The online tutorials explaining how to use certain tools, apps, or programs would be pretty cost-effective and easy to implement. The after-school classes for adults and students, and creating a lesson plan library aligned with the Montana and national technology plans. I'll now go into a little detail on how to do that maybe specifically. So to implement the creation of online tutorials explaining how to best utilize and evaluate technological tools, teachers could use the apps or the Web 2.0 tools to create them. An even more powerful way to do this would be to have the students create the tutorials themselves. With the tutorials on the school website, they can be shared easily with parents at home and with the community members. After-school classes and adult ed classes could be easily implemented in my district, as we have an after-school program that offers enrichment classes as well as a strong adult education program. Kids could learn how to use the Web 2.0 tools. They could learn how to blog appropriately, evaluate research materials. Search savvy is huge, learning what terms to search for what information you want, and the sharing of media and files, and internet safety. Adults would share many of those same lessons, except for they might want more real-world adult application with financial resources and work resources as well. The creation of a lesson plan library tied to the technology standards and plans would be time-consuming for one teacher to do alone. However, if teachers committed to working together, compiling lessons in a shared area, it could be a pretty easy thing to accomplish. I love using Twitter to find ideas and lessons, and there's a lot out there to use. Teachers could create lessons during planning times, early out times, professional development sessions. The lessons could be compiled on a blog or a share folder. I'm really into Evernote and the notebooks and being able to tag notes and sort things in the notebooks. That could be a great way to sort those lessons as well for everyone to access. It's important to make sure the teachers share those lesson experiences with the grade level team and other grade levels to ensure that a digital divide isn't taking place within the school or the grade as well. So some final thoughts. Providing background knowledge opportunities will take teacher, parent, community, and financial buy-in. To get results, it's going to take some work. If we do not attempt to provide background knowledge, students on the negative side of the divide can be affected detrimentally. If you think about it, students who don't use the internet and technology to its fullest benefits miss out on information, knowledge, and communication, which sadly can diminish their influence and power in the future. We want to give them a great future, so let's give them every opportunity possible by providing background knowledge opportunities on how to properly utilize and evaluate technology. Thank you for listening.